I was looking for a place a number of years ago to find an office where I could put my Kingdom Builders ministry. And I happened to go into a friend of mine by the name of John, his office, and he had a little complex there. And I asked him, I said, have you got a place I could put my Kingdom Builders ministry? He said, I got something better than that. And he took me and showed me a meeting area, the restroom, the coffee room, the copy room. He said, I'll give you a phone, your internet, you got a restroom, you got everything you need right here. He said, I just want you to come go to work for me. Well, he was a real estate broker. And I went, man, I gave that up a long time ago. He said, no, it's not going to be anything. Just go back and retake that test and you're back in. And I said, all right, I'll think about it. He said, I'll just give the place to you if you just come to work for me. I said, wow. Well, I couldn't ask for better than that, right? So I got to praying about it. I said, Lord, I'm a leader. I'm not a steward. I'm not a second man. I need to be doing this on my own. He said, if you will do this and you will be a steward to that man, I will bless you. Well, it was clear as a bell. I said, well, okay. So I called the real estate commission and they said, oh yeah, all you got to do is take a test and you get your broker's license back. I said, seriously? He said, yeah. And it was that easy. He said, we got all your records. I said, all right. So I took the test and passed it, and sure enough, I went to work for him. Well, in the meantime, I was able to do meetings in that big conference room and preach Jesus, do some teaching and things like that. They were really great. And I had all the things that I needed: phone, internet, TV, conference table, copy room, coffee shop, entry area. I mean, everything. It was all there. All I had to do was help him sell real estate. Well, guess what? I did not know. Sometime afterwards, the bank called and said, Mr. Smith? I said, yes. John Sally is here, and he's in the window, and he can't get in and out of his car, and I'm afraid something has bad happened. I said, I'll be there in a minute. I took up over there. Sure enough, he had a stroke. He said, look, just help me get in the car and I'll just drive it back to the office. I said, no, we can't do that. You're going to have to come go with me. We're going to move your car and you're going to ride with me. So I moved his car. I picked him up and brought him in to put him in my vehicle, and we went back to the office. Well, his wife was there and took him to the hospital. He had had a stroke. Well, fortunately, he had got there in time, was able to take care of that. Little did I know that all of the real estate business was going to be on me at that time. And I started making money. Man, I started making all kinds of money. Not only that, I was able to find inheritance for their family that was in different places, in magazines, in their library, in the state unclaimed property and things like this. And it was really good. I never can remember having worked for somebody that was such a joy. And I love John. He was a great guy. He was my scoutmaster when I was a young man. And his family, they're just wonderful people. Well, anyway, I look back on that and I think what warm memories I have of being a steward. Just in case you're thinking that working for somebody else is beneath you, here's what I'm going to tell you. If you will remember to be a good steward, God will give you your own promotion. And sure enough, God did. And I learned how to serve before I became a real leader. And I think you're going to find that in just about everywhere. Even the military, you start out as a private and you work up. It's not given to you. It's one of the few places in the world that promotion doesn't come because you know somebody. And I'm not saying it doesn't happen sometimes, but most of the time in the military, it works that way. So it's kind of like Elisha was working with Elijah, right? And when Elijah got ready to be taken away, Elijah said, what do you want? And he said, I want double what you got. And he says, well, if you're here when I leave, it's yours. And so when Elijah was taken away, his cloak fell, and Elisha went over and grabbed that cloak and hit the water. And he says, where is the God of Elijah? Boom, and that water parted. He had the anointing. He had served him. He had washed his hands, washed his feet, taken care of him, and he got that double anointing. You can do the same thing. If you will learn how to be a good steward to somebody else, and I want to encourage you, serve before you leave. And I will tell you this, that the greatest among them was John the Baptist. He was a servant, and he came serving the Lord, and he got his heavenly reward. It was a tough way to go, but he got his heavenly reward. You can too. Learn how to serve like Elisha, and who knows what God might do with your life. Promote you to the highest realm you could ever possibly have imagined. God bless you guys, and go in peace. Love you. Bye.